DeKugel with the American Dream TV, and today I'm in Southeast Portland. We're at BOKE Bowl. Let's check it out. Come on. Nestled in Southeast Portland, BOKE Bowl has become a go-to spot for bold flavors and comforting bowls. Today, we're stepping inside to talk with the owner, Patrick Fleming, about the story behind BOKE. What can you tell me about your business in Portland?
I mean, where to start, right?
I know.
I think we were just talking, like, it was, a very creative, we've been here for 14 years brick and mortar, 15 years since conception. So yeah, I mean, it's the inner Southeast was always attractive to me because it was a hotbed of kind of small business incubators. Another good thing was the family that owns this building and had a vision for the whole Central East Side, the Mousons, were very approachable and very incubator friendly to small businesses. And I had a bit of an idea of comfort Asian food. I don't like to put it in any sort of box. It's just kind of all the experiences of different chefs I've worked for over the years.
Yeah.
And so we started as a pop-up because most restaurants were really struggling. We had the idea of to go in and kind of do this pop-up format,
Yep.
and go in on Monday nights when they were closed, and also kind of utilize their POS system and see what their kitchens were like to kind of see what worked and didn't work to kind of formulate a business plan to open this comfort Asian food style. I mean,
oh, that's fantastic. And you're doing some things with New Seasons right now also.
Oh yeah, over the years, I mean, that's the other great thing about Portland and small businesses is kind of the community that makes you successful, then also wants to support you. And I think that's a really unique, having lived in places like San Francisco and Seattle and other places where it seems a lot more competitive. Here in Portland, I feel like chefs and other businesses really try to support one another in their vision, especially the small independents.
It's all about supporting small businesses, and there are so many wonderful ones here in the Portland area. And what about your space? What can you tell us about this amazing space?
Well, I wanted something industrial.
Yeah.
I worked at this really cool restaurant in San Francisco, one of my first real jobs being a chef, and it had an open feel to this. I think me personally, I have two sons and a wife, and we try to get together whenever we can for dinner, and just the communal aspect is an element I wanted here, which is why we have a long bank of tables. We have an open kitchen where they can see, the chefs working, and there's a big work table back there where they see us producing all day. I think that's important, not only for the health of the restaurant, but just kind of the identity of it.
Right.
That, we're kind of all here together. I think the menu really reflects that. There's elements. I've had our branding people always with honor. We're great, as we spoke a little earlier ago, with our branding and being fun and unique and creating art and science. So, we just like a space where I've always said, when I came up with the concept, kind of wanted a place where everyone from 2 to 80 could be happy.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And downstairs you have a whole nother kitchen, right?
Yeah, like I said, when we grew, we wanted a centralized commissary, but we also realized when we started, we were fortunate enough to be pretty busy early on, and we didn't really have enough space to cool liquids and do the production that we had. So we worked with our landlords, and we built out a whole commissary in the basement that helps with our production now, and which we need for just to support this restaurant as well as other catering and stuff we do. So.
Absolutely. Well, I love what you're doing here. I know lots of people do. It's an amazing story, and it's an amazing space, and the food is delicious. It's always fresh and
and I mean, I think we take a little fresher element on it. We're not heavy in fats and stuff. I also think what makes us unique is, we were talking about a little bit, was that I really respect vegetarians and people that have dietary restrictions. And I think in Portland, to survive, that's another thing.
Absolutely.
Like, you never want to limit yourself to a specific, style of cuisine, so I think that we can make gluten-free people happy, vegetarians happy at the same table with your biggest carnivore.
Right.
With all our smoked meats and fried chicken and stuff. It's important. So
it's not an easy task. Walk me through a typical day here as a business owner.
A typical day, I kind of spread, I learned, it took a lot of years, but you may come in with a game plan. I have a specific game plan, but usually if you get about 60% of that done, because there's always some hurdles, to cross each day. My typical day is I come in and I kind of assess and make sure that that the orders are coming in properly with my commissary chef downstairs. And while I do that, I'm multitasking the other tasks that need to be done, making sure that our prep cooks and line cooks have what they need to be successful, as well as the front of the house. So a lot of troubleshooting goes on. There's
good.
always something to do.
Yeah. Speaking of something to do, can we make something?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, let's get to it. Well, that's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Bryn Lindy Kugel. Keep living your American dream.